It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another live discussion video. This is going to be a live discussion video for the premiere of Season 9 of The Walking Dead 901, which was A New Beginning. I already have my reaction, my breakdown of the next episode, the trailer of it, and also my review for the first episode, 901, on the channel, so you can check it out. But this is more or less just a discussion video that I put out, a live one, so that we can have a conversation about, this episode. And, what did you guys think about it? I absolutely enjoyed it, but I'm sure that it's not always going to be the case that everyone's going to love the episodes. So I would love to hear your guys' reactions and opinions on the episode as well. And, let me know what you guys thought of the episode and what you think of Season 9 based off of what we saw in the first episode, 901. And also ask questions that you may have. I'm sure we're going to have lots of discussions and questions about certain things that happened in the episode and certain kind of storylines that we might potentially see coming up. But this is more or less just a open Q&A discussion type of live stream video, so you guys can share your opinions as well. And we could get a conversation going. So I see only one person's watching. So we'll just give it like maybe 5 more minutes and then we'll see where we are in terms of people watching. I just put the on the Facebook page, I put that we're going live, so maybe people didn't see it. So we'll just give it a few more minutes to see how many people join here. But for those of you that are watching right now, I think there's only one person. Let me know who you are and let me know what you thought of the episode, so that we could kind of get a conversation going. I already did my review and my reaction, so I've kind of shared everything I've had to share about the episode, and I don't really think there's anything else for me to kind of talk about. But I do want to hear your guys' thoughts on the episode as well. So we'll just give it a few more minutes and see where we are in terms of the participants here. Alright, I am back. So, as I was saying, let's kind of see what kind of discussions come up and what kind of things we want to discuss. But this is more or less an open discussion video, a live discussion video, and also a Q&A as well. So if there's any questions that you may have about the episode, feel free to ask as well. Animated Alex said something and retracted it. I couldn't read it in time. But glad you could join, Animated Alex. Like I said in my review and my reaction, I absolutely loved the episode. Just a few things that I did have, not problems with, but would have been better if they kind of changed it up a little bit. One of the biggest ones was that they didn't explore the mission to DC a bit more. It felt very rushed, and maybe that's a good thing because we're not seeing any type of bottle episodes, but at the same time, they could have added a bit more to it in order to have a better sense of the world in a big city like Washington, and for them to kind of give us a taste of what the post-apocalyptic world, having been or being this much into the apocalypse now, feels like. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Of course, they could have other missions to DC. This is probably not the only one, or maybe not the only one. So it would be great for them to kind of explore that a bit more, for them to do all of that in future episodes potentially. And I do realize that that's probably costly and everything, but at the same time, I feel like if they did this right, they wouldn't need to do another one. But like I said, I feel like that's just a missed opportunity. They could have done something with the mission to DC that felt more like they were exploring the world rather than them just going there and getting something. And of course, they could have been there for longer. We just didn't see it. So I think if they explored that a bit more, if they spent some more time in DC and we did see a bit more, that would have been fleshed out a bit more. But other than that, I absolutely, like I said in my review and earlier on, I absolutely loved the episode. It's more integrated. There's more stories, more interesting stories, more interesting conversations between characters. We see characters that we want to see together a lot more. And also, we can see that, you know, the chemistry between the characters is a lot better. The interactions are a lot more organic, which is absolutely epic. I absolutely love that. And it's just like they say all the time, it's going back to the roots of Walking Dead, which I absolutely enjoy. And for a opening premiere episode, for a season that's starting with a new showrunner, for everything, every hype surrounding the episode, I think it paid off, and I think that it was an enjoyable episode. Animated Alex, the trip to DC was underwhelming. I would say short, not underwhelming. What we got was great, but they should have included a bit more. So I feel like a better way to say that is that it was shorter than I would have liked to see. But, you know, I wouldn't go as far as saying that it was underwhelming, because obviously everything that they did had a purpose. Of course, we didn't realize the purpose of being in Washington, D.C. in the first place, but we realized that, or they told us. But everything was done for a purpose. Going there to get the seats and the other equipment. Also, going back to challenges, that epic scene that we saw with Ezekiel almost dying, that was all great. And then they kind of bounce out of the city, basically. But overall, I feel like it wasn't underwhelming because there was a purpose. There was a lot of comedic scenes there that were great. Some great interactions between the characters and some conversations that we definitely needed, if not at that location, maybe in other places. Like, it wasn't location-specific conversations, but just conversations between the characters. But I feel like it wasn't underwhelming. It was good the way it was. It was just a bit short. Other thing that I was kind of bummed out about is that we didn't see Negan in this episode. I would have liked to see a bit of Negan. We didn't see it, and I kind of understand that they wanted to have like a different perspective. They wanted to show a world, at least for one episode, without Negan. And it definitely worked. But at the same time, all the talk in the episode was surrounding Negan. Negan was in most of the conversations. And even though he was not there, his thoughts and his conversations were throughout the episode. So I feel like this episode could have done a bit more into showing that to us by actually showing what Negan is going through. Where is Negan, you know? We know where he is, but it would have been better to kind of highlight that a bit more and to kind of have a not long, but short scene with Negan. That would have been better. I think that would have added to the episode a bit more. Not saying that it was terrible, that this ruined the episode. Absolutely not. But it would have been better if they included that in there. But of course, he's going to be in the second episode, so can't complain too much. Animated Alex this season looked like season 4 and 5. Yeah, I absolutely got some parts I got vibes from season 1 and 2 from it. Some parts I got vibes from season 4 and even season 5, like you say. So definitely, I do feel like we are going back to the roots. We are going back to seasons that we love. They are doing things to make us have, or not have, but make them show stuff that get us to think about previous seasons and to bring back that feeling that we had back in the day in season 1, 2, 4, 5, things like that. But like I say, it's absolutely great what they're doing this season, that it feels fresh at the same time. It's not like all the previous stories are gone, and we do still have those stories, maybe some repetitive stories even, but they're just being told a lot better, and they're being told in a lot more entertaining and interesting ways to make us feel like we want to watch, for us to actually enjoy. So, yeah, absolutely. This season, definitely from what we've seen so far, does look a lot like season 1, season 2, 3, 4, 5. So, going back to the previous seasons that we absolutely enjoyed. So, I definitely like that. And one of the key things with this episode specifically, and maybe this season, is that we are getting a lot more conversations and even more intimate conversations between characters that we like to see together, which is absolutely interesting and entertaining. And also, they are making the characters do what they need to do. They're acting in character. And their relationships feels a lot more organic, feels like there's more chemistry between them when they're interacting. So definitely that's one of the biggest positives from this episode that I can get. Putting the story aside, looking at the way the characters interact, the way the relationships and the interactions are organic, and the chemistry is working, so, or they have chemistry and it's just working so well together. And that's, like I said, one of the biggest positive things, putting the story aside. Animated Alex, this also had some horror in it. Yeah, absolutely. The walkers were disgusting. The spider walker and the walker that was in the road with the jaw missing, those were pretty insane. And yeah, just this episode just had a lot of back to the roots again. Horror things in there, which I absolutely love. And it wasn't done cheaply as well. It was done with care, and it was done at the right time in the right way. I was looking at the comments the other day, and not on the channel, but on other kind of videos, and I do see that there are still people that don't like the episode and feel like it was slow, feel like it was dragging out a little bit, or the story a little bit. And, you know, I feel that you can never satisfy everyone. There's things in this episode that I didn't really like, or they could have changed, but at the same time, I feel like for what this episode was, like I said, coming into a new season that has a new beginning written all over it, a season where we have a new showrunner, this episode lived up to expectations, in my opinion. So to people that think that this episode was slow or that it wasn't done well, I just feel like I don't understand, where you guys are coming from and what you guys were expecting from the episode. Everything I was expecting from the episode, I got, and a bit more. You know what I mean? So it lived up to expectations for me. But I definitely am interested, even for people that are watching this after it already is uploaded, basically after the live stream, when we go offline. But let me know what you guys think. For those of you that didn't like the episode, let me know what parts didn't you like, and what were you expecting from this episode and for this season in general, because that actually gets me to see people's ideas or opinions from other perspectives, and maybe it does get me to see things that I don't see right now. Animated Alex, bye-bye Gregory. Yeah, definitely Gregory is gone. Just about time. It's been dragging from season 8, so I'm glad that happened. Again, as much as I wanted to see it happen and as much as it needed to happen for the story, and also, as much as it felt good, it was cruel the way it was done. And, in the comics, I didn't really get this feeling, but in the show, it was just done so in such a way that it's just cold, you know what I mean? Maggie was so cold about doing that, and everything surrounding it was so, I don't know, it just felt like weird in a way. So yeah, I absolutely love that though. I like that they did that because, you shouldn't feel completely good about something like this. And it definitely does show that it's not just black and white. You know what I mean? So I absolutely love that. But yeah, Gregory is gone. It's about time. Seems like there's only 2 people watching right now, and Animated Alex is definitely one of them. Let me know who the other person is if you want to say something. But other than that, one thing that I do want to kind of add in is these discussions after the episodes, but not immediately after, like maybe a day after, just like this. So I might actually add this as part of the schedule. I don't know yet, but sometimes there's stuff to talk about, sometimes, or in some episodes, we just don't have anything to talk about. So it's difficult to kind of set it in stone. But for those of you that are watching right now, definitely do check out the channel a day after the episode airs, especially after the review is uploaded. Because after the review is uploaded, I might actually go live and do a live discussion just like this. So, for those of you that do want to join us live in these types of live stream discussions or live Q&As, whatever you want to call them, definitely do check the channel a day after the episode airs. And, look out for these types of live discussion videos, because I would want to do them for episodes that where we do need to talk about certain stuff, where we do need to have a live discussion, you know what I mean? So definitely do look out for these videos for those of you that might be interested in that. Alright, we are about 21 minutes in, and there's only one person watching, so I'll keep this one a bit shorter, so we'll have, let's say, 5 more minutes of rapid fire comments or questions or whatever you may have. Specifically Animated Alex, since he's the one that's online right now and watching. So 5 more minutes of live stream, And then that'll be basically the end of the stream here. And also, do expect to see the prediction video for the next episode tomorrow night. So definitely check that out as well. I will be doing my prediction. I'll basically follow the upload schedule that I have on the channel. It's at the beginning of every video and also at the end of it. So definitely check out the upload schedule and do expect videos to be released almost daily with the schedule that we have. And like I said, tomorrow night I will be doing my prediction, and then, we'll kind of follow the schedule going from there. All right, so that's about it. There's no more questions or comments in the chat. So that's about it. We have from Match Studios, I loved Gregory. I thought he was hilarious. Yeah, Gregory, he was one of those characters where the actor was amazing. He basically played the character so well that you just fall in love with the character, but you just hate the character at the same time. So it was a weird one, but I absolutely love what they did with Gregory's story and how they wrapped up his story and basically had him go. For Gregory fans, I guess that's not true. You wanted him longer. That's what they're there for. They're there for you to hate them so that when they kill them off or do something with them, you feel better, you know what I mean? So he was one of those characters. So I absolutely love what they did with the character and with the ending of his story and his character and wrapping up his story. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll give it 2 more minutes since I see someone else join. So I'll give it 2 more minutes of rapid fire Q&A or comments, and that'll be the end of the stream here. Alright, so that's basically it for the stream since there's no more questions or comments in the chat. So thank you for everyone that joined and participated, Animated Alex and Match Studios at the end. Thank you, and thank you everyone for the support. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I did. And also definitely check out the upload schedule for the channel so you know what's coming up, what's going to be uploaded. Again, do expect to see live discussion videos just like this a day after the episode airs. It's not going to be all the time, like it's not in the schedule, but if there's things that I feel like we do need to have a live discussion about, definitely we will have it. And also for other videos, definitely check the upload schedule so you know what's coming up. But that's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.